Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Jack with his widowed mother. They were very poor and owned only a single cow, which provided them with milk. One day, the cow stopped giving milk, and Jack's mother decided they had no choice but to sell it. She asked Jack to take the cow to market and sell it for a good price. As Jack was walking to the market, he met a mysterious old man who offered him 5 magic beans in exchange for the cow. The old man promised Jack that the beans were enchanted and would grow into something spectacular. Intrigued, Jack accepted the offer and returned home with the beans. When Jack's mother saw the beans, she was furious and scolded Jack for making such a foolish trade. She threw the beans out of the window and sent Jack to bed without supper. Little did they know, however, that the beans were indeed magical. The next morning, Jack awoke to find an enormous beanstalk that had grown overnight, reaching high into the clouds. Undaunted, Jack decided to climb the beanstalk. Up and up he went, until he reached a magical land high above the earth. In this land, Jack came across a magnificent castle. When he entered, he realized the castle belonged to a giant. Jack managed to sneak in and hid when he heard the giant's thundering footsteps. As the giant counted his gold coins, he began to chant, "Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Terrified, Jack held his breath until the giant fell asleep. As the giant snored heavily, Jack seized the opportunity to snatch a bag of gold coins and slipped out of the castle. He quickly climbed down the beanstalk and returned home. With the gold, Jack and his mother were overjoyed and no longer hungry or poor. But Jack's curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to climb the beanstalk once more. This time, Jack discovered a hen in the castle that laid golden eggs. He waited for the giant to fall asleep, then took the hen and hurried back down the beanstalk. By now, Jack and his mother were living quite comfortably. However, Jack decided to go up one last time, and on this visit, he found a magical harp that played beautiful music on its own. But as Jack was attempting to take the harp, it called out, waking the giant. Chasing Jack to the beanstalk, the giant roared furiously. Jack slid down the beanstalk as fast as he could and called for his mother to bring an axe. As the giant began to descend, Jack chopped down the beanstalk, sending the giant crashing to the ground, never to be seen again. With the magical items Jack had brought back, he and his mother lived happily and prosperously ever after. And Jack, having learned the value of adventure and bravery, never forgot his extraordinary escape.
Once upon a time, in a bucolic village nestled among rolling hills and fertile meadows, there lived a charming little girl named Mary. With curls the color of spun gold and eyes the shade of the morning sky, Mary was known throughout the village for her kindness and cheerful disposition. But she wasn't alone. Mary was followed everywhere by the most peculiar yet endearing companion, a little lamb whose fleece was as white as freshly fallen snow. The villagers often chuckled when they saw Mary and her lamb, for wherever Mary went, the lamb was sure to trot right behind her. Whether she skipped to school, played by the riverside, or joined her friends in the village square, the lamb would faithfully follow, earning it the name Loyal for its steadfast devotion. Mary's bond with her lamb was quite extraordinary and stood as a testament to the deep affection that can form between human and animal. Mary's days were filled with laughter and joy, racing through the fields and games of hide and seek, and often spending serene afternoons lying under the tall oak tree as she read aloud to Loyal, who listened with unwavering attention. At school, Mary's classmates were initially puzzled by Loyal's presence. However, it was not long before they too grew fond of the little lamb, often feeding it clover or playing tag during recess. The teacher, a wise and understanding woman, noticed how the lamb's presence seemed to lift everyone's spirits. She allowed the lamb to stay during lessons, as long as he remained quiet at Mary's side, which he always did. Yet it wasn't just fun and games. One chilly winter's morning, the little lamb proved its worth in a most unexpected way. A sudden snowstorm swept over the village as Mary and her peers were at school. Panic began to spread as the roads quickly became impassable, leaving many children unable to make their way home. As night began to fall and the cold crept in, it was Loyal who sensed the urgent need to act. With surprising resolve, The little lamb led Mary and her friends through a secret path near the woods, one that kept them sheltered from the storm's worst. The villagers greeted Mary and her companions with tears of relief and gratitude, celebrating the lamb's unexpected heroism. Loyal was given a special collar by the village blacksmith, in appreciation of bravery and loyalty that knew no bounds. From that day on, Loyal was not only Mary's dear companion, but also a cherished guardian of the whole village, embodying the virtues of loyalty, bravery, and the unexpected potential within us all. Mary and her lamb remained inseparable, their story becoming a beloved tale, passed down from generation to generation, reminding all who heard it of the power of friendship and the magic in moments shared.